YouTube, it's Michael from Asymmetrical Preparedness. Today's video is on food storage. I've been doing a lot of videos lately about budget preps, $10 preps, stuff like that. I just want you guys to know those are just examples of what you can do at a major grocery store on the cheap. And I was just trying to point out the fact that even if you're limited in funds and only have availability of things like normal grocery stores, that you can still prep. But with that said, I hope that people that have the ability to do so are preparing on a much bigger scale. I'm not saying that you have to, I have the budget preps there, videos encouraging people at thrift stores, all those things to get the good deals, stretch your money, get more preps for your dollar. But yeah, I just want to encourage you to check out things like restaurant supply stores, the bigger stores like Costco, Sam's Club, the different stores that have, that offer bulk items. Also, if you have local granaries or producers of beans, rice, grains, legumes, anything like that, all those kind of things, then I recommend and I encourage you guys to go to those places and buy in bulk. The more food storage we can have, the better, of course. And I had a comment by a subscriber also about how, we were talking about, he was commenting on a budget prep video about a lot of people prepare as a hobby. And that may be true, but I'll tell you what, I would much rather have people have that as a hobby than anything else, than not do preparedness at all. So, yeah, some people may, prep as a hobby. They don't take it super serious, or maybe they take it as serious as they can. I like meeting people where they're at and trying to encourage everyone and empower you guys to move forward and better yourselves. Should we be stacking away, tons of rice and tons of beans? Yeah, we should. But you got to do what you can do with what you have in your situation. Everybody's situation is different. If you're in a situation where you can pick up a 25-pound bag, 50-pound bag of rice and another one of beans, every week, or go in with a couple $100 and walk out with, hundreds and hundreds of pounds of food, that is awesome. I highly encourage you guys to do that. Set aside and stack up and store as much food as you possibly can. One note I was thinking of also is buckets and food storage, the storage of your food, sorry. If you're putting it directly into the bucket, you can do that. You can pour a bag of beans or a bag of rice or mix them, whatever, into a bucket, throw in some oxygen absorbers, seal the lid, and call it good. But if you're going to do that, just make sure it's a food grade bucket. If you're using Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers and stuff like that, the bucket doesn't have to be food grade. You can go get Home Depot buckets or, whatever you do. I used to say Walmart buckets, but I don't shop there anymore. If you choose to, then you can use Walmart buckets, whatever. But, yeah, that was just kind of a side note. Should we be, like, as TJ of Bear Independent says, stacking to the rafters? Yes, we should, definitely. Store as much food as you possibly can. There's so many indicators. I mean, the Midwest is having more horrible weather and stuff like that. So, as far as food and, shortages around the world and crop failures and different things, there's a lot of indicators that things are going to get more difficult. And even if it is just increased food prices, it is what it is. It's just going to cost us more food. May have some shortages. It may become a bigger deal. I'm not sure. Like you guys know, I don't have all the answers. Just think about this. Be aware of what's going on. Learn about and listen to what kind of failures and crops and what's going on around the world as far as any shortages or stuff like that, things that we may need to concentrate our preps on while we can get them for for cheaper, and or get them at all. So think about those things. Get lots of food storage if you can. The number one thing, you know me, I'm a tactical guy. I'm, into security. Guns are my thing, stuff like that. I love, training, all that kind of stuff, shooting, doing all those kind of things. Running drills with people, reaction to contact, setting up ambushes, LPOPs, which are listening post observation posts, setting security, setting 4-point, talking about all these things. Sure, I love all that stuff. But if I would have to recommend one thing that people prepare, the most preparedness, the emphasis, I guess, on your preparedness would be food. Because we have to eat. Yes, you do have to have a way to protect what you have and protect you and your family and your team, your tribe, whatever it is, your mag. But I think the number one most important thing right now is food, and along with that, water. And it all depends on where, different areas. If you're in a desert environment, like say Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, other places around the nation where water is more of an issue, make sure you have water. Definitely, water storage is very important for you guys. I can't speak to everybody's situation, or your exact AO, your area of operations where you live, to what your situations are there. Here, I live in the Pacific Northwest. It rains all the time. We have just water everywhere. There's lakes all over the place. There's rivers. There's streams. There's the Puget Sound. Of course, that's salt water. So you'd have to desalinate it, which is difficult. That's not a easy process. So even here, you still need to have some water storage. I talked about in a video inexpensive preps or free preps or whatever it was. You can go to like Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, whatever bottling companies, and they have those big 55-gallon and 30-gallon usually blue, food-grade barrels that their syrups come in. And you can get them for really cheap there. I forget exactly. I think it was like $15 here local at our Coca-Cola bottling company for a 55-gallon blue food-grade barrel. Just make sure, if you're going to do that, make sure you know what was in it. If it's a syrup, if it's a food-grade type item, then go for it. But those barrels are also used for other things, so just be careful, especially if you're buying. I don't know if I'd really buy them off like places like Craigslist, but that's another place I failed to mention. Craigslist is a good option for finding inexpensive preps also, in the farm and garden section or in the free stuff, or there's a lot of different sections to Craigslist. Just check it out, see what you can find. It may work for you, it may not. You may find some good deals, you may not. It's just an idea I'm throwing out there. So yeah, that's one of the things you can do. You can get water storage, fill those up with just tap water. And it's also hard for me to speak to, because I usually speak to my situation, because it's what I know. I have property, I have land, I have a house in a rural environment, very rural for some of you people. But others would be like, oh yeah, that's kind of like a neighborhood, which it kind of is. I can kind of see one of my neighbor's houses through the trees, but all the houses around have acreage, so, and my availability of water, all the things that I tend to think of. So I try to not just word it and throw it out there as like my point of view. I'm trying to get you guys, because I know that everybody's in different situations, whether it be geographically, whether it be physically, whether it be financially. Everybody's in different situations. So I just want you guys to encourage you guys to do your best. Like I say, prep a little bit every day. Prep out of peace of mind, not out of fear. I'm serious about that. Don't fear porn. I've mentioned that in the past. If you want to go to those sites like Canadian Prepper, stuff like that, it is what it is. But please don't prep out of fear. Prep out of peace of mind, because that's what it is. It's an insurance policy. That's all food storage is and stuff like that. But yeah, prep in bulk if you can. I highly recommend that. You know, we have local here, we have a restaurant supply store, and we have a Costco. So Costco used to carry 25-pound bags of beans and rice. The beans were 15, 16 bucks, and the rice was $9 and something. So basically for under $30, for like $26, I could get 50 pounds of food. And is that the best? I don't know. Pretty good, I think. Recently they stopped carrying the beans though, and I'm like, I don't know why they discontinued the beans. So you can get 50-pound bags of rice still, or 25-pound bags of rice, sorry, at Costco for like $9 and something here in my area. But yeah, restaurant supply, I can get a 50-pound bag of pinto beans for just under 20 bucks, and I can get a 50-pound bag of rice for, I think it was like 14, 15 bucks. So it was under $40, I know, or maybe right about 40 bucks. I forget. Under 40 bucks, I can get 100 pounds of food. That is awesome. I mean, come on. 50 pounds of rice and 50 pounds of beans, and that's dry weight. Think about you know how much beans expand and rice expands when you cook it? Think about how much food that's going to make. And yes, rice and beans are going to get old. I don't want to say just go out and buy just rice and beans. That'll get boring quickly. But it'll keep you alive. So in an SHTF scenario, you know, we may have to put up with a little more boring. But also get spices, get sauces. You know, I like spicy food, so get hot sauces, stuff like that. That stuff lasts forever. You know, like Tabasco sauce, I have no idea what the actual shelf dates are, but I know it lasts a long time. So think about those things. Also think about variety. Throw in some extra, you know, at those restaurant supply stores, the number 10 cans, the big cans of fruit and vegetables and all kinds of different things. So, you know, pick up one of those every once in a while also if you're doing this, so that you can have variety. And also you need well-balanced diet. You need all those vitamins and nutrients from different things like citrus and all the different fruits and vegetables, because you don't want to run into nutrient deficiencies. That's why another thing, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, I think it's one of those second nature things. Always have multivitamins in your preps. That's very important. And Prepping in Progress did a really good video recently about fats in SHTF, and how a lot of fats or a lot of vitamins are fat soluble. So that even if you're taking a multivitamin, and if you're doing beans and rice and stuff like that, you're not going to have too many fats in your diet, so that your vitamins may actually not get absorbed by the body, so it may not actually be doing you any good to take vitamins or to eat those nutrient-dense foods. So they were talking about a lot of good, or some good fat options. So please go and watch their video. If you're not subscribed to them, please do it. They're awesome. Steve and Kim are really good. They have a really good channel, a lot of good things going on there. So please, yeah, that's definitely a shout out to Prepping in Progress. They're awesome. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Just prep a little every day, even if it's just fitness. Fitness is key. I push that all the time. I don't push it. I recommend it. I try to encourage you guys to be fit, be as fit as possible. We don't have to be marathoners. We don't have to be, you know, bodybuilders, but a base level of fitness so we can carry all of our gear. You know, I carry my gear. My bag is 30 pounds. My plate carrier is probably, I don't know, ballpark, maybe 20 pounds. My battle belt's maybe another 10 or so, I don't know, 15. So we're talking, you know, that's 50, 60, 70 pounds worth of gear, plus my clothing and boots and all that stuff, plus my EDC gear, my level 1 gear that's in my pockets. So, you know, it adds up. Be physically capable of carrying your gear. And I know everybody's not going to be boots on the ground with all their kit and stuff like that. So, but still, be as physically fit as you can, please. I want to empower you guys to be better. I want us to thrive in an SHTF scenario, not just survive. Survival is key, but thriving would be much better, huh? So yeah, let's do the things, people. Please subscribe, please like, please share the videos. I love you guys, and blessings to you and yours.